Welcome back to our favorite stuff. This is a podcast, a brother podcast, that we talk about our favorite stuff. So music, sports, video games, all that stuff if you're new. If you're not new, thanks for returning. So as you can tell, if you are returning, there's 3 screens. I mean, hopefully. We are Skyping for the first time with 3 people. So hopefully there's 3 screens. I don't know whether I'm up here or they're down there or whatever.
Just get to listen to my lovely audio.
Yeah. Maybe they cut Kyle out. Anyways, yeah, we got Kyle Maguire, faithful podcast listener on our show. He's probably the only person that I know of that has listened to every episode.
Oh, no.
So, yeah. That I know of.
So weird to say, but like, it's like I know because I know you personally, but I'm a huge fan of the show.
Yes, we got a
fan. That's sick.
Yeah, big fan. Watch all the episodes, you get a guest spot, so that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what you need. You guys should start, like,
make sure you watch every episode.
Yeah,
and you too.
Yeah.
Might be able to guest star on the episode.
We'll just start handing out guest spots, Robert. What do you think of that?
That's fine. As long as people watch more, I don't really mind at all.
Yeah, honestly.
Someone in the YouTube comments is like, "Hey, do you want to be friends? Like, do you want to be a guest on the show?"
They could be the most boring person in the world. They're just like, "Hey, you wanna come on the show?" And they're like, "I don't even know you." And it's like, "Yeah, it's all right. Just come on."
just the entire episode is just trying to peg what their personality is. Just trying to figure it out.
All right, so Robert, how are you doing?
I'm actually I'm bummed out a little bit because, all right, so last episode I checked the comments, right? 3 comments. I'm like, this is amazing. This is fantastic. This is the most comments I've ever seen in one spot in my life. 2 of them are bots. I was pissed. One of them though want to be friends, and I'm like, what message is that? So I clap on the guy. It's just some like a bunch of links to like on different videos of like, oh, I'll go to this for like free, like Fortnite dollars or whatever. And I'm like, this is bullshit. The other one's some random shit, like it had like a abbreviation at some sort of like acronym at the end. I click on another bot. There was one real comment though.
Oh, what was it? I haven't checked.
It was on some guy's Minecraft YouTube channel.
Hey.
And he was like, oh, you guys are doing great, keep it up or something. And I was like, and he was a real channel. This guy posts his Minecraft videos. And like, this is amazing. So I was a little bit pissed, but it was okay. It was okay.
I actually remember when you messaged me about that.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, we got 3 comments already. I'm like, I bet you they're bots. And then he's like, really? He was sad face. And he's like, even the one that said we're doing great, I said probably.
It was soul shattering.
It turns into despair.
I was so sad.
Yeah. So this week, the reason why we have Kyle on, he is actually a very talented artist, in my opinion. I don't know about. I don't know art, so like, but to me, I think they look great. He did a bunch of like normal like drawings before. He's then switched to digital art. And he's been slowly even getting better, which is great because even your first ones were fantastic.
Thank you so much. See, I can't have that perspective anymore. It's the struggle of an artist. Every 2 drawings that pass, to look back in the old one, I'm like, oh my god.
That's how I am.
It's every artist struggle, even though like other people see them like, that's great. You're like, yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, that's how I am with the podcast.
Not vomit up blood as I look at it.
That's how I am with the podcast. Like, I look at like our first couple episodes and I go, "Oh, if I could just redo those."
Yeah, well, exactly, right. With anything in art.
I like episode 1 if it didn't sound like it was being recorded in an aircraft carrier. That
you guys are able to fix that right away, which is really good. But even just the first 5, like going back to like the early 5 episodes, the audio difference as the episodes go on is huge.
Yeah.
It's because I literally, as I explained in the first episode, I literally messaged Robert, "Hey, you want to do a podcast?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure." And then we just did it. I, with no research at all, I just kind of just did it. Like
I was using earbuds. He was using some headset.
Yeah, with our shitty mics.
And then like they would overlap. So we had to use the recording of just one of them while one person was talking like distantly away. So it was just so bad. It was so bad.
I'm so glad to hear that it was so spontaneous because like the mic quality is one thing, but like you had like a pretty consistent like I guess scheduling on just the pacing on how things went. That I actually I thought that there was some planning beforehand.
No, God no.
That's
Just
impressive.
randomly want to do it every other week.
Yeah. I'm like every other week because at the time Robert was in and out of the house. I'm like, yeah, every other week. I'm like, because that's when you're here and that's when we did it. So
Yeah, then we did it.
yeah.
Wow. And now here we are on, is it episode 23, 24?
23, I think.
I don't even know that. How do you know that? I didn't even know that.
Because I watch every episode, man. I know the numbers.
That's insane.
You can't hide anything from your biggest fan.
I'm gonna. Hey, Kyle, when's your birthday?
Should I say this? Well, I guess if I don't give a year, it's not a big deal. But
Yeah.
September 12th.
For your birthday, I'm gonna get you an OFS #1 fan T-shirt with our logo on it in the middle.
That's
and it's gonna
sick.
say #1 fan on the back.
Next time, if I ever come back on the show, I'll just wearing the shirt and going, yeah, there it is.
Little foam finger, yeah.
The big logo planted on it.
Oh my god, he even knows our logo, Robert.
I don't even say anything in the episode. I just have the little phone finger just wagging the entire time.
Yeah, you need to be our spokesperson.
Yeah. For the marketing team.
So today we are going to talk about Kyle's art, just to kind of get some information on that and display it for you guys. It will also be up on our website for a little while. If you guys want to check it out in more detail, then it's going to be popping up on the video because I know YouTube could sometimes be a pain in the ass with that. So if you want to see it in more detail, it will be up on our website in our picture spot that we've got on our website there in a little slideshow probably. So one thing before we get to the art, sorry about the baseball tournament, guys. My phone decided to die.
Oh, yeah.
And I dropped it at work and it didn't crack. Nothing cracked. But the screen wouldn't turn on. It was still working underneath and the screen wouldn't turn on. So, and I couldn't back it up. So I've lost every stat to that baseball tournament. So if you're looking forward to final stats, they're gone.
Oh,
Sayonara.
Yeah.
All gone, all that work, and it still breaks my heart to say.
How long have you been maintaining that?
It's been a couple months now, I think.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So thank God it's the finals. So thank God, like, I was able to post other stats before they died. But we're still moving on with the finals, even though I also can't upload it to YouTube because PlayStation is just like, oh, where do you want to upload it? I'm like, I want to upload it to my phone. They're like, only if your phone can hold 2 terabytes. And I go, it's an hour worth of video. I'm like, it's an hour worth of video.
Space?
Yeah, the only memory they can upload to is a terabyte or 1 terabyte of space. That's the minimum that it requires for you to have an external hard drive. So I can't register my phone as an external hard drive because it doesn't have a terabyte of space. So,
Jesus Christ.
and then I was like, oh, but let me just share it. And it's like, where do you want to share it? I'm like, like maybe YouTube, and I'll hide it. They're like, how about Twitter? And I go, no, YouTube. They're like, Twitter. I'm like, no.
No, we think you meant Twitter.
And
Like, I don't already uploaded to Twitter. We did it for you.
And then I finally found the YouTube option, and it's like unable to access this. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? I'm like, so it's not going on YouTube, guys. I planned that for a while, and it's not. So we're gonna be doing it as normal. I actually posted the first one today. It's game 1. So I mean, check it out as normal on Twitter. But sorry about that. Okay, we're gonna do Kyle's art first, and then we're gonna do the fun game, or we might do in and out.
Tear it limb from limb. No mercy.
I might just throw Kyle's art at him, and then be like, all right, let's talk about some shitty art, and then I might throw Kyle's art at it. I don't know. I might go in and out.
If I don't leave this episode in tears, then this is an awful episode. We failed.
Yeah, no, I'll do it. I'll be as brutal as Gordon Ramsay. I'll tear apart your art
Jeez.
and just be like, the emotion in this is fucking raw.
I like that when I go back to my old art.
All right, let me find the old ones here first. And for people that are listening, like I said, it's going to be on the website. So if you just wanted to, type in ofspodcast.com and just go on there, you can look at it in the order that I'm going to talk about it. Real simple. If you're living in the 21st century and you got Windows 10, they do the little splitty thing where you can drag both windows to the side and it splits them half and half. If you're on your phone, every phone plays in the background, so Just use your technology.
Now, so I can brace myself, how far back are we talking? Do you have a year?
I scrolled through all of your Facebook.
Oh boy! All right, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
So we're talking like 3 or 4 years.
Like the hand-drawn stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, goody gumdrops.
Yeah, I didn't let Kyle know anything that I was pulling up before.
That makes this all the better. I would have been stuck at there. I'd be like, okay, find some stuff to talk about how great it is.
Yeah,
now I get raw reactions.
I literally just texted Kyle. I said, "We're gonna use some of your art," and he's like, "Yeah, that'd be great." And I started scrolling on his face.
I think the past 3 pieces that I did, that'd be a great promotion.
I've got some of your new stuff in here. We're just gonna start old.
All right,
I'm gonna send the first old one. I think they kind of downloaded in a weird order. I'm gonna send this one to your guys' phone.
All right.
Well, I mean, Kyle's gonna know, but just so I can describe what I'm looking at, and Robert has never seen it, so
yeah, no.
Bear in mind, this was a phone a few years ago.
a few years ago.
A handful. I haven't really been drawing that long. It was I started about 4 years ago. So,
I mean, yeah, like that's pretty good. Like, and I mean, that's pretty good for like art. Like, that's good enough for art to progress and stuff.
Oh, I think so. I'm happy with my progress. It's just those things you go back. It's like, woo.
So before we talk about art and stuff, do you want to give a brief description of the kind of art that you focus on, and kind of the style you focus on?
Yeah. So I know that I look like a very traditional jock. I got the square jaw. I'm huge, a massive hunk, right? But in actuality, I'm a huge nerd. I love video games and anime. And so most of my art style is in the anime style, with the very sparkly eyes and the extravagant hair colors and all that good stuff. Just because it's just fun. I just love the color for it, and it's also it's simple but not too simple, like as much as cartoons. So it's challenging in that way. So I always enjoyed doing that.
Okay, nice. Did you guys both receive the picture I sent to your phone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I remember this face sketch.
So I'm gonna pop it up. I'm gonna pop it up here somewhere, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, it's gonna. I don't know where yet, but it's gonna be popping up right about now.
That one takes me back.
So Kyle, can you explain the image, please, on what was behind your thoughts, if you can remember that far back? Because honestly, I think this was like the first one you posted on Facebook.
Yeah, this one is actually fairly easy, because this is actually not a character designed by me. Normally the characters that design are made by me, but this one is actually a design of a friend. You know this friend, TJ, but I won't say the name just for the.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I just remember that I was being really secretive. I was just like, hey, can you send me every reference of this character that you've ever drawn, ever? And they're just like, yeah, and they sent it, and I just immediately drew the face sketch, just because I want to practice some shading techniques, because this was right when I was all my face sketches before were just lines, but I was like, oh, but if I just do little scribbles under there, I can make it look like there's shading and depth and talent behind this.
No, I definitely see that, because you can see like the shadow around his hair, around like his forehead and stuff like that, and on the definition of his hair.
I'm so happy that you know that the character is a male, because it's supposed to be a feminine designed male, but it is a male.
I think you can tell. I think you can tell the way it's captured, like in the jawbone, kind of, probably.
Yeah, exactly, right.
I don't know.
A lot of the time, it comes to like a point. It's a very, very small, or it's just like a full circle, like they're just like round, like basketball heads. That style.
What do you think of it, Robert? I don't know. So I personally, I don't know anime from anything. Like, I don't know anything about it. I know you do. I know you do. And that's.
Do you watch a lot of it?
I used to watch it like it was my life. I don't watch it much anymore. But in grade like 7 and 8 a couple years ago, it's all I did. I watched anime. I went to anime club at school. It was a problem. It came to a point where I needed to like stop. All I did was watch anime.
I can't fault you. It's a trap. It's a trap. Once you're in there, it's so hard to get out.
Absolutely, it was It was crazy. It's a good drawing. Is it rude for me to say I did think it was a chick at first though?
No, I like
because of like the heart thing on the.
Yeah, the choker there. It is a very feminine-esque design. So like, it's one of those things where I can't fault you. I can't fault you for it.
Now that I've heard the dude though, I do see because like the jawline and stuff doesn't make it like seem more of a dude, so it makes sense. I got fooled.
That's all right.
I'll chip in and say, Robert, yes, it's incredibly insensitive. You piece of shit.
I don't even know if I can.
Wait, so you thought from the get-go that it was like you didn't?
Yeah, since I downloaded it, I thought it was the guy.
What? I'm really bad at that though.
In my life, like
in real life, I'm bad at that though.
In real life, oh no, that's.
Oh yeah, sometimes I'll see people and think like, yeah, that's this gender, and nope, never was.
You're wrong. You strike out. That's why you never call. That's why you just be like,
yeah, that's why I say they. It's such an easy. Just say they.
Until you know for sure, absolutely.
Or if you go to address them, just straight up say, "Excuse me." It's the easiest.
Yeah, just do it everywhere. I try to like anyone I've met like once before, but I don't know. Like, hey, you.
Hey, you listen.
You know, do some finger guns and just take it from there, right?
Yeah. Oh my god. All right. Kyle, picture number 2. Now, did I download these in order? This one looks more hand-drawn than the rest of them, so...
Doesn't even know which order, okay.
Or hand-drawn?
No, but
now I'm interested.
Like I said, I downloaded it, like I started at the top, and I went, oh, I like that one, and I'm like, let's see how far I can go, and then I zoomed back, and I did it, and then I went up, and then I went back down, like looking for photos.
Oh,
I don't know where I you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, no, I got it.
It's going to expose which of my artworks you didn't like. Now I know.
No. I like them all. I like them all.
Okay, yeah, good. Nice improv. That's good.
Although when I went onto your photos, I was like, oh, I've missed a couple. Like I noticed I haven't liked a couple. Like I'm like, oh, I've never seen this one. I've never seen that one.
Did you re-like them? I didn't get any notifications on Facebook, TJ.
No, but I will right after this episode. I will do it correctly.
Okay. Super not a big deal.
Even ones that aren't drawing, I'm just gonna start liking all your photos. I
just breathe and I just get a notification saying that you like that.
I'll share them all too. People are like, "What's going on with this guy?"
Must be a big fan. It must be some celebrity of some sort.
Yeah. They're just gonna see Kyle's straight face photo on
That was my first year of university, and as of today, I've officially graduated. So that's really great pictures.
Congratulations!
Yeah, because I got the hat in the mail. That's exciting.
Hat in the mail.
Hat.
Yeah, didn't they send you some other stuff, like instructions on how to celebrate or something?
Yeah, they gave me instructions on how to properly throw the hat up in the air. They gave me the box. Isn't like I said they gave me confetti, but it's not like they gave me a little package of confetti. I mean, the box is just filled with confetti that I take and put into this party popper that will then. But it's just everywhere, and I need to like scoop it up.
So they literally sent you a graduation at home, is what they did.
Yeah, basically, which is interesting because there's also going to be an online ceremony, and then they're going to try and do another one.
Oh my god! So you're taking me to graduate 3 times.
Yeah, if I want to even bother attending any of them.
I would attend the in-person one. I think that'd be pretty cool. Online, I'd be like,
because originally the reason why I wasn't going to go to I was going to go to the online one was because I was going to be in Thunder Bay for law school at the time. But now because of COVID, dating this podcast by name dropping that, all the law is going to be online, so I'm going to be here for the whole school year.
Nice. There's nothing better than learning something as complicated as law just without a teacher. Right? Jesus. Yeah, learn it yourself. Okay.
Self-teach law. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
All right, I've seen the one you sent, and yes. Oh, I even have the date on that.
Yes, you do.
2018. Yeah, I remember this character. Now, this is, I think this was my 3rd drawing that I was using with Copic markers, rather. And those are the most expensive markers you have ever seen in your entire life. There's like a package of 32 set me back about $130.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
And you have to pay for refills for the markers because they run dry eventually. They're expensive for things.
Oh my god.
There's many reasons why I decided to go digital eventually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's understandable. When I pay $15 for lunch at Subway, I think that's fucking expensive. Let alone $100 and some odd dollars for a marker
that are not going to last forever. Not to mention the specific ones I got. They had this issue where, depending on what the temperature was in the house, it would just drop a whole bunch of the filament. So, like, if I was coloring with green, and then the green, they would just sometimes just drop a huge splotch of green and just absolutely ruin the artwork. And there was no way for me to prepare for that. So I could spend 10 hours doing like the sketch and the line out, and I could finally get on color, and it would drop, and that's it, game over.
Oh my god!
Hell?
I spent $130 on those things.
Christ.
I couldn't even be bothered just to stay in the marker until I want to use it.
So I believe I read, was this an original design? I believe I saw that on Facebook, right?
This was an original design, and I have since, purely in sketches, I've updated this character's design, so it's really weird to go back and see it, but I still kind of like it. I still kind of like the color palette for it, the green and the brown, but yeah, this is clearly very early in my character design. And
well, that's why I chose some early ones, because it's always fun to, like, I mean, like, you know, as your artwork, you might not like looking back on where you start, but I think it's always kind of cool to.
Yeah, no, I still like to go back and see it. It's just, it's also in a certain way, like, if you don't like the way that some of your old artwork looks, it's also kind of comforting. It's like if you don't like what your work look like now, but you're happy with it now, that means you're getting better. Right, it's kind of like a look how far you've come sort of indicator.
Yeah, for sure. That's like Robert. He used to be a little tubby, and now he's got a bunch of muscles. So you must like look back at that and like.
I used to be a quite a large character.
Old photos, and you realize all the power you've gained now.
So I wish I was recording when Robert first got on the call. For all you ladies out there, because Robert's like, oh, I got to change real quick. So he hops off screen.
Let's talk about something else. I had a broken sock in my pocket.
What the fuck? What? I remember
it was breaking around like right where my toes are, and I just ripped it in half. And then I brought all the pieces, and then I put them in my pocket, went through the wash, and the sock stayed in the pocket.
I have so many questions. Why would you just rip it?
I saw it was like tearing a little bit. See, like here's the sock, and here's the front of the sock. It's
oh my god.
Completely open now.
For the people listening without video.
Yo, Caitlin's listening. She was there when I did it. We were on FaceTime. Caitlin, if you're listening, you were here. This is history.
He's got a sock that he just put his hand through, and as he was wearing it on his wrist.
No, it was on my foot, and I just went.
Number one, I don't know why you brought that up when I was talking about you flexing in front of the camera.
Because I'm trying to change the subject.
Oh, okay. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good change to say. He's now wearing it as a wristband, and it's just a sock with a hole.
You're talking about something tasteful for the ladies?
Yeah, tasteful for ladies. Robert got up in front of the camera and with his shirt off and just started flexing.
I was like, just
and
a TJ.
And then he put on a muscle shirt, and I called him a douchebag.
It's
so now
hot.
Dude,
it's so hot in here. I'm actually starting to sweat. I don't know if you can see it. I'm sweating.
Oh, damn. Well, hey, man! If you want to get more viewers, sometimes you just gotta take the shirt off. You gotta bite the bullet.
That's true.
You know,
I should open it like an OnlyFans.
I was just about to say that. I was about to say that.
That might be illegal, actually.
Buy our favorite stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say we can put the OFS watermark on it in the bottom right hand corner.
That's
and
smart.
They'll be like, "What's that?" And they'll be like, "What's this watermark?" And they'll click on it, and boom, there's our website.
It's perfect. Still doing talking. We gotta get this set up.
We'll put it like right on Robert's chest, or like right on his thigh or something like that.
Oh Lord.
And then when we get arrested for underage nudity, then we'll be good.
That's even more publicity. We'll be on like the front cover.
Say you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs and all that. You know, we
yeah, and then we'll make millions. As I'm in jail, Robert will just send.
We'll be in the newspaper.
Yeah.
Local boy forced to do porn online by this podcast.
Hey, don't deny it, because that's one way of getting viewers. No such thing as bad publicity.
Oh, no, there isn't. 1,000%. Oh. All right, back to Kyle's art.
Yeah, let's hope things.
Yeah, what a good segue. Full disclaimer, Kyle does not draw pornography. There you go. There we go. Now, so we ended the one segment, and now we're on to the other.
Yeah,
there's no segue. There's no connection.
That's always the joke on Twitter. It's not a matter of if you draw pornography, it's a matter of when. Because if there's one thing that's always going to get you like a huge amount of followers, it's drawing pornography. Right, so it's always like if you reach that point of desperation and you're just kind of just looking at your tablet, just sweating, like it could be so easy. I can get followers. I just need to just pull the trigger. But I've not reached the point of desperation yet.
All right, so we're going a little out of order because I just noticed this one's from a year earlier. And this is actually one of my favorites.
It's your earlier. Okay.
I think this is one of my favorites. You're still not in my quick send, people, Kyle.
Can't believe you didn't put me in quick send. I'm your biggest fan. What are you doing?
Oh,
I think Robert just died.
Hey, Robert, what happened?
We don't need him anyways.
Oh, fuck him. Kyle,
I'm back.
Congratulations.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Oh.
My camera turn on. We're good?
Oh, and now you're on the other side. Cool.
Yeah, now you're on the other side of the screen. That's gonna fucking.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you popped on the other side now, so I'm gonna like naturally go to look for TJ on one side of the screen, and I'm gonna see you instead.
My bad.
So literally, what just happened? For people that are listening, Robert camera disappeared, his mic disappeared, and now he just.
My dad walked in. I had to talk to him for a second.
Oh, okay.
I thought we lost connection. That's like okay. That's when things get really complicated.
I just hit all the panic buttons. You know.
And I put you on the other side of the screen.
Yeah, you're over there now. So basically, what happened on video for you guys that don't see, just got a huge thing of Kyle, and then Robert showed up again.
That's too much Kyle. It's too much Kyle on screen. Okay, right. Yes, see the picture. Now this one isn't an original design, actually, but it's from an anime series that I really like called Fate. And the whole thing of the series is like a bunch of like really strong warriors based off of historical figures. And the one that I drew in that picture there is the Phantom of the Opera. And you you kind of see it with the half mask going there. But I'm actually still really proud of this one. Looking at it, I mean,
it's great.
Halloween, and this was one I did with a bunch of black and white markers. Like, what if I just made it monochromatic, but then just have the blood be red, so it kind of just pops a bit more.
Well, then the fact that the eye is red too, it makes it really pop, right? Like it makes the red pop. It makes certain features stand out. So I love it. No, it's great.
I'm proud of this one. I remember my uncle on Facebook was like, "Hey, that's a good drawing of your mom you made there."
Oh wow.
Yeah. Not sure if my mom knows about that.
Yeah, you should probably let her know, Kyle. Be like, hey, your brother made a mean comment about you 3 years ago. You should probably go check that out.
You want to make a reply to that, or take that?
Robert, what do you think of this one?
I think it's good. Yeah, I agree with the whole like the color contrast, like the red on the white and black. It doesn't make it come out a lot more. I just find like the level of detail. Like I don't know if it's like mattered, but on like I won't show the camera, but on like the clothing, is it crazy? Like, I don't know what you call the thing on the neck. What is that called? The little...
Oh, I used to know. I want to say it's... it starts with a C. I can't remember. It's like a...
No, isn't it an ascot?
an ascot? Maybe it's an ascot. I'm thinking of something else.
No, isn't ascot what Fred wore?
Fred from Scooby-Doo wore.
Oh yeah.
It's a type of ascot. It's not the exact same one.
Either way, I find the detail on it is crazy. It's just like the little shadows and stuff. I thought it was crazy.
Yeah, I showed it on Halloween, but I think it actually took me like a couple days to actually draw.
Oh, so nice. Good timing. Good timing.
Yeah, it worked out really good, and I was like, you know what? I can pretend this was a totally planned Halloween drawing.
Yeah, I definitely did this in 20 minutes, guys. What the fuck are you talking about?
So, I threw a pencil and it hit the paper, and the drawing just popped into the pencil.
I wish. I took art for.
I wish too.
I took art from grade 7 to grade 10, I think. And about the grade 9 mark, when I noticed my art hadn't improved in the 3 years I was taking art, and everyone else around me was improving, I'm like, I think I'm done here, guys.
Yeah.
I think I've reached my potential.
You have some decent photos, like your Lord of the Rings drawing. I forgot who it was.
Aragorn. I drew
Aragorn. That one wasn't bad. I like that one.
It was good. It was good.
Classic.
Except I drew his face the size of the paper because I wanted it to be closed up like the photo was, right?
Yeah.
And then I wasn't good at doing facial features, so once I did like the mouth and the beard first, or no, I did the eyes first, and then I went down to his mouth and beard, and then I noticed how big the fucking face was, and I'm like, where the eyes are and where the mouth are makes this guy look like he's got a 3-foot face. So I just kind of stuck a long ass nose in there. Terrible. That look. Everything else looked good, but the nose.
Was it painted? Like, how did you? What medium did you use?
Just draw with a pencil.
Just draw with the pencil. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm like that too, because there are times where I go to draw faces, and I'm just like, okay, I'll just take up the whole canvas, and also drawing. And I guess I don't know if it's because of how big it is. It's so off-putting, like the size of it. Like I don't know like how big everything is supposed to be because of the scale. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll draw it small and then zoom in, and I'll just add details later.
Yeah. No, it's awful. All right, next one. Which one do I do? I think I'm gonna do this one because I think this is my absolute favorite you've ever done. And
okay.
I don't know if it's an original as well. Like I don't watch anime, so I don't know.
Please be an original. That'd be a great feeling.
I mean, it's got your signature on it, so.
Oh, they all have my signature on it. Fan art's fan art, but. But now, if it's one of the more recent ones, it's most likely.
I think it's a digital one. So
yeah, I haven't drawn fan art in like years because I used to just do fan art, and then I was like, let's just try and draw an original character, and I had that taste of like, oh, I did it. Looking back, the design's god awful, but that thrill of like designing outfits and characters.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I love it.
I can't draw. Like, I'm so much wanting to just make a new character every time. That
I used to do it a lot, all the time when I was younger. Like not draw, but I used to do like little comics and stuff like that. And I always used to do like design superheroes and stuff for the comics, and I used to love that all the time.
Me too. I drew my own comic at daycare all the time. It was all stick figures, but hey,
so was mine.
Okay, I see it, and yeah. I'm still really proud of this one. That is an original design by me.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, perfect. Yeah, this is my favorite, and I didn't really realize it was my favorite till I scrolled through because I think I missed this one. Like I didn't see it on Facebook at all. Like I never saw it.
Oh, it's a shame. Yeah, I'm really proud of it. Now, fun fact. I did not those two drawings. So there's the character unsheathing the sword and the reflection of the sword. Those are two separate drawings I did in my sketchbook, which I then took a picture of and drew over digitally, and I kind of just fit that into the sword and I erased the rest. That was there. Those are two entirely different drawings in my sketchbook, and that I could pull up.
That's fucking insane.
Because I found it to be way easier to just put the picture over rather than try and figure out the proportions in such a thin sword. I was like, I'll just draw the thing, and I'll slap it over, and I'll figure it out that way.
I think that makes it cooler. Honestly,
that makes it
bridge the two.
So that's like what you're seeing is like 10% of the actual drawing that'll never see the light of day.
That is so cool. No, that makes it even cooler, dude. That's so cool. Yeah, no, I don't know what I love the most about this. I think it's just a reflection. Just to reflect, like I love reflective photos like that, where it's a photo or a drawing. Like I think it's so cool when they use it in movies or when they use it in like comics and stuff like that. That's a reflection of the blade.
That's the thing, because I was always inspired by like comic book covers. That's a very common thing, is like the bad guys like were reflecting in that, and I was like, oh, that'd be so cool to try, and I decided to give it a whirl and do it that way.
Yeah, no, I love it. It's awesome. Also, the detail, like this is the first one that we've shown that's digital. I don't know when in the timeline this was when you switched to digital.
This was about a year later at this point.
Okay, so you've had some practice.
Program. Yeah, because when I originally started, I was using this thing called Krita, and that program is like really complicated. It's more meant for painting. That I eventually switched over to Paint Tool Sci, which is a lot more better for the kind of drawings that I do. But yeah, it was like a whole year later at this point.
Yeah, I still can't get over that's two different drawings. I can't stop looking at it now, like where you fit.
You'll never see the rest of the character's head.
I'm like imagining what like the rest of the character would look like.
Yeah, what the rest of the poses.
Yeah. I'm trying to see like imperfections to see if you like screwed up anywhere. And this like you didn't. You just did it.
Don't zoom in. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's perfect overlay. If my camera is shaking at all, it's because my cat is laying behind the laptop and rubbing against
it's shaking
the laptop.
Just a little bit.
It's like just whacking it with the paw.
Yeah, she's just sitting there going like this to the laptop because I'm not paying attention to her probably. All right, next Kyle drawing. We got a couple. We got two more. Actually, two of these are the same character, just used differently.
Oh, is it? Okay. I think I know which character it is because I draw them like multiple. It's my favorite character to draw.
I think you are correct. Let's start with this one because I think it's earlier because I think the other one's like one of the last ones you drew.
I know exactly which ones you're referring to.
Well, let me send them to you just in case.
Yeah.
This one's kind of cool too because, like, just because it has two people in it, like two different drawings, so more option for detail.
Okay, actually, no, this isn't the one I thought it would be. But
damn, okay, all right.
This one, this is when I was trying to practice two people at once. This was the one that I did on my old program, the Krita one, which is more focused on painting.
Okay.
And yeah, those are the same character. That's the same swordsman character that I just drew again. Way, but it's always the fun thing. It's just like a year later, and I draw the character again. Like what looks different? Like I kind of got rid of the more icy tips that he has the bottom of the hair.
Yeah, I see that.
Can you see that?
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, because sometimes when you revisit a character, you could be like, oh, I might change this a little, or like they might have done this a little differently.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have like any like sort of like background on how you thought of these characters, or like,
yeah, because all of my character designs come from I would like to draw a comic one day. I think I'm very far away from doing it because I still need to work on like perspective and actually knowing how to write a script for it. And it's two parts of the same story. One takes place in a fantasy story, and one's more modern day, but they're kind of connected in this really complicated manner that will hopefully be told eventually. These two are part of the main group of good guys, despite the one in black's look that is a good guy. One I want just as a cool samurai character because I love Japanese culture, just like the feudal Japan with samurai and stuff like that. I love it. I love drawing it, which is probably why I draw the swordsman character so many times is that I do there. And the other one I just wanted to do like a vigilante, like basically Batman, except with a gun.
Yeah.
This is sort of like going out at night, the Dark Avenger kind of thing, but with firearms. Because who doesn't love Batman with guns?
Honestly.
Batman with guns is cool. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you have probably a little more background on that because he's been depicted with guns before, has he not? Right?
He has in a couple versions. It's rarely ever Bruce Wayne to my knowledge. Like I remember there's one where it's like his dad is
His
Batman
dad,
and Bruce dies in the alleyway, and then his mom becomes the Joker. It's crazy.
Oh, Robert, you told me about that.
Yeah, I told you about that before. That Flashpoint, yeah.
Yeah, and then like Thomas Wayne's just using guns, and he's just mercilessly just tearing apart
It's
everybody.
awesome.
And isn't there a scene in the newest Batman versus Superman where Batman has a gun and he's just shooting people? I know he kills a lot of people in that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like that weird, like, not hellish place, but like in that sand area, and there's like, he breaks into that truck, and he's just like,
a gun, and he's just going nuts.
yeah, he just murders everybody. And even when he's normal, like, even when he's like driving around the Batmobile, he's like running people over and like hitting them with the gun. It's like, this is not
He
Batman.
hooks up and he's like dragging it and whacking into people. It's like, okay, I could maybe believe that it survives. And he unhooks it and the vehicle spins and explodes.
Yeah, and it's like,
inferno. It's like, Batman, do you have a rough day, man? What's going on?
it's crazy in that movie how many people he just kills.
Movie.
Actually, there's a good skip by College Humor where Batman kills people, and he did like it was the Penguin, Patton Oswalt as Penguin. He goes, Batman, you just killed that guy. He's just sleeping. Like he's just like, he's like look at these guys. They're tuckered out and they're like bleeding from their neck and stuff like that.
And then like I think he shoots Penguin and he's like, you just used a gun. He's like, is that what this is? And he just starts firing again.
College Humor's Batman skits are hilarious. If you guys got times to check them out, They're hilarious. All right, last image, and I think it's the one of your most recent ones. Like I said.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly which one's going to be. I know I said that before, but
yeah, you were wrong before, but
I was wrong. I was just wrong before, but this time. If I was somehow wrong about this, like I don't even know. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Pardon?
I was like, if I somehow guessed the photo that's coming up next wrong, like I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
All right, it looks like it's sent to both of you. Again, it's similar. It's the same character that was in the last one, but just in more of a detail, more of a centerpiece. You know, like it looks like you added a lot more detail to this one.
Yeah, because I was trying to practice backgrounds this time around. I'm trying to go for more mood and dramatic lighting, which is why I had like the lightning going down in the rain, which is I'm still really proud of how that comes. Like for my first attempt at like rain and thunderstorm weather effects, I think it looks pretty good.
It's great,
yeah,
and you got like characteristics of lightning down pretty well, like the way it's like non-uniform and has no direction and stuff like that.
That was the thing. Like I was just looking up like a bunch of pictures of lightning bolts. Like, okay, how does this work? Right, that's the one thing. You could be staring at a lot of pictures of a lot of stuff, just trying to like figure out like how the heck any of it works, and just stare at it for like 20 seconds, just piece it together.
And what I really love about this one is that now that you described him as a vigilante, like this picture actually kind of drives it home. Like it kind of like with the rain, like on the rooftop and like washing over and stuff.
Like with the pose and then the trench coat like dramatically blowing in the wind. Like okay, how can I make this just look as dramatic and over the top edgy as possible? Like you could see Batman doing that pose. You could see that.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Like a little less.
This time.
Robert, which one was your favorite?
Which one was my favorite?
Yeah. Which one's your favorite?
Oh, I'd say the one with the sword reflection.
Yeah,
that one's hands down my favorite.
Yeah, I think that one's my favorite as well. I like that one. I'm really proud of how that one came out.
Is there another one like that you have like as a favorite that I didn't like just showed everybody? Like, is there?
One I uploaded very briefly to Facebook, and I was like, and I took it down. But I went back and I looked at it. And I'm like, okay, no, I'm still super proud of this one. I'll see if I can find it and send it. Yes, I'll send it to you, and then hopefully maybe you can send it to Rob.
I'll just send it to Robert.
This is my most recent piece that I made. I'll send it to you.
And you didn't upload it?
I did for a time, but then I removed it for a bit.
I remember you uploading this one. Yeah.
That one I took down. That's probably why you just didn't see it when it was there, but like I don't know. I think in terms of color, this one's like my favorite one I've ever made.
Yeah, this one is gonna be highly contrastive of what I just showed you guys. The last
It's a
photo.
little different than the last one, but
Now this one's an original, right? That you've done before that you just kind of revamped.
This was part of. I wanted to do a redraw because I was going through like a bit of an art rut, and I was like, and sort of like going back and seeing the old pictures. It's like, what if I did a redraw of it, and just to see how far I've come in that regard. And so I went and I did it, and I think I'm really proud of how it came. I really like how it came out. I really like how soft the shading is on it. That makes it look a bit more natural. And I just really like the design. But drawing all the paint that goes on their hands and their arms, oh my god, is that a pain in the ass? It's one of those things where it's like, okay, if I make a comic, every panel this character shows up in, I'm going to need to draw all of those all over again.
Have you ever scrapped like an idea just because you start drawing and you're like, nah, fuck, I'm not doing that?
Well, most of the time I go through it and I draw the full character, and then when I go to draw the character again, I'll look at the design and I was like, no. That was a nightmare to draw the first time. I am not going to do this the second time around. That's my biggest problem. I was like, look at like outfits. I want it to be like really cool and extravagant and draw all these patterns on it. Like the swordsman in my old sketchbook stuff, his kimono was supposed to have like this really extravagant pattern on it, and I drew it the first time. It was supposed to be like waves and things like that, and then when I went to go draw him again, I looked at the waves and I just looked at what I was drawing. I was like, no, it's good. It's all good. He doesn't need that.
Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough.
It's all good.
All right, so now that you guys have seen Kyle's great art, we're gonna play a fun little game. I'm gonna show these two lovely gentlemen a photo of either a kid's drawing or someone who's just bad at art. And I have blanked out any hints on what it's supposed to be. Some of these are inappropriate, so I mean, they're not really inappropriate. They just weren't meant to be inappropriate, and they ended up inappropriate because they don't know how to draw because they're kids. So I'm going to send them to you guys. I'll pop them up on here. I've blanked out any hints, and you guys got to try to guess on what their original, intention was.
Okay.
Can you give me 1 sec before we do that? Just give me 1 second. I'll be back. Just entertain people with like something for 1 second, okay?
What do you mean you'll be back?
Just give me 5 seconds.
Where are you going?
I can't hear you. Frankly, TJ, I don't care.
Our lovely co-host has left the scene, leaving just the two of us.
It's usually me doing this, and
it's a high quality professional podcast.
Yeah, for sure. He probably just wanted to go take a piss or something, but I mean, he couldn't have held it for another 15 minutes. Oh my god, that was the quickest piss in the world. Where did he go?
Did you just come back to say that he was leaving again? Oh no, he's back. Okay.
What was that about?
I'm back. I had to go tell my dad and Bradley that they should eat. Said I don't want to make them wait for me while I do the podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna be another 15 minutes.
Yeah, you know, I just want that they should eat to get started without me. Because I don't want them to sit there starve to death.
Do they otherwise just starve?
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, I've literally got like some people over, and like my girlfriend just came in a little while ago. She's like, "Are you gonna be done soon?" I'm like, you guys should probably just eat. Like,
it's podcast first, obviously.
I picked the bad time to do this. It's dinner time for everybody, but like I still gotta upload after this, and it takes forever because I have shitty internet. So
got schedule to maintain and all that stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, even though we're a day late, we're gonna blame that on Father's Day. We're just gonna
definitely
not be dropping the ball like 3 times. We're definitely gonna.
It's the fathers dropping the ball. It's their fault.
Yeah,
having a day after them.
I like that. I like that attitude. It's perfect. All right, here's our first one. I'm gonna send it to Kyle.
I'm excited.
And I'm gonna send it to Robert.
You take a good look at this. Okay.
Yeah, so
to go off of with this picture.
Obviously, the blank above is what it actually is. The kid drew it out.
Okay, so it's a kid who drew it?
Yes, it's a child.
Okay,
I
so
think 95% of these are children.
That's going to eliminate my first guess as to what this is.
Okay.
Just the
All
first
right.
guess.
So I'll give you guys a couple minutes. Tell me when you're both ready, and then I'll give you like a classic 3, 2, 1 countdown, and we'll see who's.
I was just going to say it's the same we think. There's so little to go off of.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah, and they intended something here though.
Okay.
I just keep thinking tits. I keep thinking tits every single time.
I'm just going to beat around the bush of what I thought it was at first glance, but we're just going to go out and say I agree. That's also what I thought.
Yeah, I just can't. Whenever I look at it, I'm like, it is. Like,
well, just remember that it's something they intended, right? Like, so obviously, I think the obvious answer is that it's not tits.
Yeah, it's not tits, but
Definitely
like,
not.
my brain just keeps going back, being like, that's what they are.
All right, are you guys ready? You guys got an answer?
Great place I'll ever be with this.
Yeah, but all right. We're going. Wait, choose 3, 2, 1, and me just.
Yeah, you guys both say it. I'll be able to. Yeah. Say whatever you think it is. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Eggs.
Bob's eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna give the point to Kyle because they're glasses. They're glasses, guys.
I thought it was like eggs. You know, like set his head up.
Yeah, no, that sounded like it worked. They're glasses. If you guys can really look, there's actually like a stick on the side. And
Yeah, I was wondering what the stick was. I was like, what the hell is that stick?
Yeah, they're meant to be the armbands.
What kind of glasses have pupils? Is my question.
Dots are the eyes, I guess. I don't know.
See, my first thought is like they were starting to draw. I don't know if you guys know that Adult Swim cartoon, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, I see it. And it looks like Master Shake's like eyes.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Oh, okay.
It's like, okay, but there's no way a kid drew that. At least I hope not.
Hey, I stayed up as a kid to watch that. So.
Yeah, me too. But you gotta hope that the children stay pure.
All right, this next one, send them out. So 1-0 Kyle. Robert's good at losing on this podcast. So
excuse me. When do you ever beat me in anything?
I don't even feel like I earned that victory.
You were the closest. You said eyes.
I guess.
TJ, I think I've beaten you at every single competition we've done.
No, remember, I was the better brother. You lost in the first round of the tournament. I think I'm up 2-0.
I won. No, I won in the laughing contest.
Okay, it's 2-1. Okay.
But the tournament doesn't count. That's stupid. We had like the same team. My Barry Bonds. Oh no, not my Barry Bonds. My Derek Jeter batted like 083. Yours batted like 400. Same guy. That's absurd.
You're both in the book.
Also, what? Come on with this picture. Come on.
I know exactly what he was trying to draw.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
I know exactly what he was trying to do.
Robert.
What the hell?
It's very unfortunate.
Oh, I don't know, but I'm gonna take a guess.
But
all right.
I think we're both good to go.
3, 2, 1.
Apples.
Guitars?
What did you say, Robert?
Oh, good. Oh, I thought they were guitars, but yeah, it makes sense for apples.
Oh, I can see that now. Yeah,
Oh,
like
because the little apple down here gives it away.
I thought that was a
I
pear.
didn't realize that.
Oh, it's an apple.
It's a green. Damn, I should have blacked that out.
I thought it was like the next question involved apples. God damn it! All right.
Yeah, plus it's like it's a math question, and like apples is like the generic, generic that the teachers always pick.
How can you suck that hard at drawing apples? I don't even like what?
Yeah, he's trying to draw the stem, but like
the stem's longer than like the apple.
The stem is almost but it's less the length for me. It's more the fact that it's almost the exact same width as the apple. It's almost like it said like the stem that like brought down the whole tree branch that it was attached to as part of the apple.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad. All right, Robert, you're down 2-0, buddy.
I really thought they were guitars.
All right, this next one, it's gonna be a who.
I can see that though. I can't fault you for thinking that. I can definitely see it.
I can see.
How kind of stem is that long? Like, goddamn, that's stem.
All right, this next one is a who, and it's a historical figure they were trying to draw.
Historical figure. Okay.
They were trying to draw on a historical figure.
Where do you find these?
The interwebs.
No, okay.
It's amazing. It's amazing what you can find with like Pinterest and just.
What in the?
They were-
Oh, I think I know who this is.
I think I know what it is.
Yeah, I think we both know who it's supposed to be. And I don't know why they decided to draw it.
But
Yeah,
I
who
bet
draws
I
this
don't
guy?
know. You might be wrong.
What kind of kid goes, "Oh, I'm gonna draw a blank"?
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong.
If you guys remember, these are things that turned out not the way they're supposed to be. So if you think the answer's too obvious, you might be wrong.
Or are you just trying to throw a wrench in the works to screw up our way of thinking?
Bro.
Just tell me when you guys.
I'm sticking to my guns. I'm ready.
Yeah, I think I'm sticking with the two. I think we both had the exact same answer.
Yeah.
I think we both got it. But just skip the countdown. I think we're both going to say the same thing here.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Adolf Hitler.
It's Martin Luther King Jr., guys.
What?
Can't you tell?
What? He's
Sure.
that's Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh. Oh.
That looks exactly like Adolf Hitler. Like
Yeah, and
exactly.
they handed that in. Little
That is
little
unfortunate.
Allison. Little Allison.
Even down like the suit, the hair.
Yeah.
That's not Martin Luther King Jr.
Well, they tried. Hard is it easy? I'll say that.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day. They all drew Martin Luther King, hence why
This
there's
drawing
black.
is white. This is a white person that has been drawn.
I want to know what happened to the person on the right drawing Martin Luther King, because it looks like Martin Luther King has an upside down triangle.
Oh, you mean
Yeah, literally. It's like that's like
by Shane? The one by Shane?
yeah, shade is like that's like this.
It's got a Dorito for a head.
Bro, I can't believe that's Martin Luther King Jr.
Wow. Okay, you tried to warn us, but you tried to warn us. Oh boy.
I did warn you.
Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind going forward. Clearly, my guns
All right, let's see. How many more do we got here? It looks like we got 1, 2, 3 more. Three
Okay.
more. So Robert can win. Or
If I have to get every single one.
You have to get every single one, Robert. Right,
I'll
Robert.
have to really box this one.
Actually, there's one that's worth 2 points because there's 2 different parts to it. So
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
let's start off with the 1-pointer.
come back as possible.
Yeah. Who are they trying to draw here?
It's a who this time.
It's a who again. Yeah, it's a who are they trying to draw? This one should be easy. This one should be a gimme. I mean,
I
the
can't even
last
see
one
it yet.
probably seemed. This last one probably seems like a gimme.
Alright. Oh.
Still hasn't loaded for me yet. Just a second. Here we go. Okay, I think I know who this is.
Yeah, I think I got
I
it.
really hope I do anyways.
It looks like a really like purposely terrifying version of the person they were trying to draw.
By the comments online, I don't think it was on purpose. Yeah, they really let this person have it about this one.
I feel bad because I don't feel like I feel bad telling your daughters because we all gotta start somewhere. But like, man, I really thought that was Hitler.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell. I really thought that was Hitler, Allison. What happened?
It looked really like Hitler. It looked.
Dear Allison, if you're watching OFS, okay, we feel bad for you. We don't think you were trying to draw Hitler, but you drew Hitler.
No, I'm not saying that you drew Hitler, but you drew Hitler.
Dude, even like the suit looks exactly like the suit and stuff Hitler used to
Yeah,
wear.
that's the thing because it's it looks like a brown military uniform.
Yeah, it's literally the exact same.
The teacher had to mark that with a straight face.
Oh, it's graded too.
Yeah.
Uh.
Anyways.
Yes, I do. I think I have my guess.
All
There
right.
we go.
Are we ready? 3, 2, 1.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I mean, honestly, it's not as bad as some of the other drawings.
I can see what they're going for. I think the only thing that kind of throws me off is the shading under the eyes because it looks like he has bags almost.
Yeah.
You know, like which like kind of looks like he hasn't got any sleep, and which makes him also makes the drawing make him look a bit more deranged.
I'm also a little worried about the teeth. I think
teeth,
the teeth
yeah.
really freaks me out.
I never like in anything. I don't like when people draw the entire set of teeth. It just never looks right to me. Like I always do like the stylistic, just a like basically like a rectangle that goes across the face for the teeth. I don't really draw too much of the lines because it just always looks creepy, and I can't say why I think it's so creepy.
Yeah, it does definitely look creepy when they have like each little tooth drawn.
Okay, is this a who or what?
It's a
what? If this is a who, I'm very concerned about who they're trying to draw.
Okay.
Dude, what the fuck? Come on. Like, with this one, come on.
Like, okay.
Like,
so
how do you interpret that?
It's obviously not what I'm looking at. It's not. But there's so little options as to
yeah, it's like
no,
it's literally just a dick and balls. Like there's nothing else. Dude, come on.
You knowing the answer? Can you you knowing the answer? Do you look at it and be like, okay, I can see what you really? Okay.
The line down the middle is gonna mean something.
After knowing in the answer, because it says the answer right underneath, which is why it's cut in half.
Okay.
But knowing the answer, I'm like, oh yeah, like I can definitely see that.
Because I sincerely have nothing for this.
Not even a.
Oh no! We lost our co-host.
I'm back again. Hey. That was Bradley that time.
Hey, all right.
He wants to turn on the computer so he can play Minecraft, and I'm like, bro, important business.
How do I know that you didn't turn off your screen to look for an answer?
How do I look for an answer? We're reverse Google search it? Like,
the whole thing is we don't even know anymore.
I'm not gonna lie, it was really hard to find these. So.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I can't think of anything.
You gotta guess something.
I'm gonna guess something, but it's gonna be a blatantly wrong answer. I don't know if it's like the angle I'm supposed to be looking at it.
Okay, I'll take it. I guess I'll take something.
Right. Ready?
I'm just gonna say something. This is a terrible answer, but go for it.
3, 2, 1.
An axe.
What did you say, Kyle?
I said a banana. It's like I was like picture like the size like this like the peel coming down.
I'm gonna give Robert the point here because he was the closest. Because this item is also sharp. It's scissors.
Oh, I know you can't give me that hammer and axe and scissors. Come on, but no,
it's closer than a banana.
Point for SpongeBob's eyes, which was also a god awful answer. So I think you deserve the point in that regard.
All right, fair enough. I thought it was like the handle, scissors. And then that was like the what I mean, like the axe coming down.
See, the thing is the two parts like where you put your fingers look solid. Like it doesn't look like there's like a hole going through it.
That's what I thought. If they had done like another line around.
That's why I sincerely didn't know I could fathom what it was.
So this is the last one.
Okay.
Now, it's a two-part, so Robert, you need to get both of them to win. And hope Kyle gets both of them wrong.
What the?
So, the sentence is a drawing above. I'll post it.
What the fuck?
There's a drawing above, and then so it's like, if I caught a blank, so you have to guess what they're trying to catch. I would blank. You got to guess what they would do to it.
Okay, that was a very ominous sentence you just said there, TJ, and I don't like it.
I'm not gonna say.
He's got to figure out what he's gonna do to that.
The whole game on the line here. Robert's down 3-2.
Okay, I know what part one is. I know what it is. I don't know what he's gonna do to the poor thing. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I guess I'll have a guess. Whenever
you got both your guesses, yeah. I'll give Kyle a couple more seconds here.
Just go for it.
Game on the line, yeah. Just go for it. All right.
I'll shoot my shot. I'll see what happens.
All right. So we're gonna say the first blank on the first 3, 2, 1. I want the first blank and the 3, 2, 1 second blank. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1.
Leprechaun.
Yeah, it's definitely a leprechaun. So you guys both got a point. So Robert, you
Yeah.
can't win. You can tie. So it's 4-3.
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1.
Poke it.
Rich? Oh,
You said poke it. What did you say?
I said be rich.
Bewitch?
So like, be rich, like because it looks like he's on one side and then he goes to the other. But
Oh, did you say bewitch or be rich?
Rich, TJ, as in cha-ching, cha-ching. Are you deaf?
big monies.
Oh. And I'm going to give Robert the point for this.
All right. Now
So
what
you guys
is it?
tie. He said he would
Stab
kill it.
Oh, what the hell? What the?
And that is a child.
Where's the indicator that he would kill the leprechaun?
I'm assuming the long arrow that he's holding.
Yeah, I thought at first I stab, and I'm like, no, that's way too brutal for a kid.
No, he'd kill
Like,
it.
poke. What the hell,
Yeah.
man?
Robert the point on that.
Yeah,
I
so you
would
guys tied.
kill it.
4-4. Good job. I mean, I have a tiebreaker image if you guys really want to.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do it. Let's
All right.
destroy my lead. Let's do it.
Let me just decide because I have a couple backups that I didn't want to use.
There's been two people on either side, so I thought it was supposed to be like a before and after kind of deal. Like I saw the leprechaun and I went to this, but like I sincerely couldn't fathom what it would be. So I was like, he would be rich because he'd get the pot of gold or whatever.
All right, this is the tiebreaker image.
Okay.
Now, what is this trying to be?
Oh,
Drawing?
I know what it is.
I know what this is too. I know what this
Damn
one
it.
is.
You guys might tie again. Good thing I have another one. God
I don't think we're gonna have a winner here unless one of us is really confident about the wrong answer right now.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Firefighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
5-5. Double overtime.
That makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
All
That
right.
one was pretty easy.
And like the color, the only thing that throws you off is the hat looks super weird. Like it looks like a cup on his head.
All right. So I'll give you guys a hint about this one.
Okay.
It's a what, but it's an animal what. Like, what kind of animal are they trying to draw here?
Okay. I have a guess. It's
Oh,
probably
I don't have it yet. Oh,
But-
right. It.
gonna. I think I know what a kid would be going for with this, or maybe I'm just completely wrong.
I think I have a guess too.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Well, that's pretty
Give it a
quick.
try.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Seal.
Fish.
Robert wins. It's a seal. He got it exactly. It's a seal.
Oh, gee.
I
These
just
kids
that.
suck.
My mentality was because it looked like he had like the clown nose on, so I thought
Yeah.
like a dumb like clownfish thing. Like they just
I don't
watched-
know how you got seal from that because the head doesn't look like
The
a
little
seal.
whiskers. They were the whiskers.
Bro,
That's
that's
what did
hair.
it.
What do you mean whiskers? What are you
Cause no, cause you know seals have like the.
Yeah,
whatever.
no, it's right. It's totally placed in the wrong area on that drawing, but the kid had
Yeah.
the features. That's
Robert
awesome.
wins.
Wow.
Maybe I'll find a graphic that says Robert wins. Throw it up.
Flash strobe lights just flash on the screen,
Yeah.
just blaring in the background.
All right.
There's nothing I like more than a bunch of obnoxious air horns just endlessly going.
The MLG shit. Living 360. And... Oh, that'd be amazing.
Exactly.
So the lesson of today is, Kyle, no matter how bad you think your art is,
There's
it's not that bad.
At least you didn't draw white Martin Luther King Jr. that looks like Hitler.
Yeah, not that anyways, but
That. Oh my god.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up there. So if you guys really want to, Kyle, do you post your art anywhere else other than Facebook?
I do. I do have a Twitter page, but I just kind of post anything. But for those who want to go see it, be forewarned. That's why I don't just post out there. It's everything, politics included. But so be forewarned on that. But you can find it at Tome of Silver. That's all one word, and it's tome like the book, TOM, of silver, no caps. And if you're a member of my family watching this, you don't need to go on that page ever.
No, forget it. Forget that even existed.
You don't ever need to see that.
Just
You see my on Facebook, and that's got to be good enough for you.
Agreed. You need to go make your Twitter page private right now so you can accept follow requests.
Like, hey, come check out my honors. I immediately just set it private. But thank you so much for having me on. This was a lot of fun. I had a great time.
No, thank you for being on. I hope you continue to watch our episodes and continue to be our #1 fan.
I made an episode, so I'm done with the show.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah.
He just did it for the fame.
I got 1 minute of fame. That's all I need.
Did it for the publicity.
Hey, 20 people that you may or may not know who you are now. So that
20
deal with that fame.
Wow.
Deal with that fame as you wish.
Not telling me that they want to be friends. That'd be nice.
All right, thank you, Kyle, for being on. Thank you, Robert, for continuing to be the co-host of
you're
the
welcome.
show. And no, you didn't have to say you're welcome.
You're welcome, dude.
And thanks for anybody listening. That was another week of our favorite stuff, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
And I'm gonna have to promise the same stop.